And ladies and gentlemen, time for our main event. This fight will be 10 rounds of boxing at 115 pounds. Let's meet our boxers.
ครับผมวันที่13เนี่ยจะต่อยให้ดีกว่าเอตาร่าโรมันให้รู้ไปเลยว่าผมเจ๋งที่สุดในรุ่น115นี่ครับ
We're going to go all the way over here to Thailand, where Rungvisai will fight Sithmorseng for a big fight for him to see if he wins. He will face the winner of Strada against Chocolatito.
Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
Big moment, big fight coming up for Rungvisai as well. A tough fight against Sithmorseng.
ผมก็ไม่ได้ซ้อมเพื่อต่อยกับพี่คนไทยอย่างเดียวซ้อมเพื่อระหว่างเอตาร่ากับโรมันแต่ผมก็ไม่ได้ประมาทที่คนไทยนะครับยังไงไฟล์นี้ผมคิดว่าผมชนะอย่างสวยงามแน่นอนครับ
ผมปันไทยเซตมอแสงอดีตแชมป์โลกในมินิมัมเวท105 ปอนด์ของ WBC ครับต่อยกันเต็มที่นะเพราะว่าผมก็ไม่ยอมแพ้แน่นอนครับมาสู้ครับ
Victory for Rungvisai will be his 50th career win, but most importantly, he is the mandatory challenger to the winner of Estrada against Chocolatito, falling on the same weekend.
ไฟล์ที่51เนี่ยผมว่าผมชนะแน่นอนแล้วก็ไฟล์ที่51เนี่ยผมมั่นใจว่าผมได้เป็นแชมป์โลกสมัยที่3แน่นอนครับผม
And now making his entrance to the ring, please welcome the former WBA World Champion, the current Thailand Super Flyweight Champion, Kwanthai Sithmorseng.
Kwanthai Sithmorseng coming in now. As mentioned, he is the current Thai Super Flyweight Champion and the former WBA Minimum Weight Champion. He's got a lot of experience, 50 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. So he comes in with experience. He's been there, he's seen it, he's done it, but he's up against a world-class operator at the moment. He's going to have a hard, tough fight, but he brings experience and he'll bring a good, strong workout for Srisaket Sor Rungvisai here today. Can't be overlooked at any stage.
Yeah, and I don't think Srisaket will overlook him, you're right. It's going to be an interesting contest.
And now, coming to the ring, the former 2-time WBC World Champion, the former The Ring Champion at Super Flyweight. Please welcome Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
The man, the myth, the walking legend, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai. His story in life is not unique. Plenty of people have come out of poverty. But what I love about him is his humanistic values in life. All his good fortune, he shares it with his friends, his family. And he's so humble in every aspect of life. And no ego. And he's a credit to boxing globally, not just in Thailand. And he's a global boxing superstar. Boxing fans love him. They love his power. They love his tenacity. They love his rawness. He's not beautiful to watch, as in his aesthetics of a fighter as a boxer, but he's beautiful to watch when he lets go. The punching power, the KO power.
But you're right, the world has taken to him. Everybody seems to have taken to him and loves to watch him. He's a fan favorite no matter where you go.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event we have all been waiting for. 10 rounds of boxing action between 2 living legends from Thailand. Broadcasting live to fight fans all around the world via WorkPoint Channel and Dazn. This is WP Boxing! And ladies and gentlemen, our fighter here fighting out of the blue corner and wearing black. He is the former WBA World Champion. champion. His professional record stands at 50 victories, 27 knockouts, 1 draw and 7 losses. The current Thailand Super Flyweight champion, please give it up for Kwanthai Sithmorseng! And his opponent here fighting out of the red corner, wearing yellow. He is a 2-time WBC World Super Flyweight World Champion, the former The Ring Champion, the conqueror of then pound-for-pound King Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. His outstanding professional boxing record stands at 49 victories, 42 knockouts, 1 draw and only 5 losses. He is the pound-for-pound star, the fighting pride of Thailand. Please put your hands together for Srisaket Sor Rungvisai!
Tail of the tape there, 4 years older for Kuantai. Still, both of them, no spring chickens, height the same, 160. Weights there, 114.7, 114.9.
Yeah, the here and now we're live. It's the main event at the Work Point Stadium on the outskirts of Bangkok. Srisaket Sor Rungvisai back in action. It's breakfast in Bangkok and it's going to be dinner in Dallas tonight for the Estrada Gonzalez fight. But the here and now scheduled for 10, round 1. Srisaket in the yellow and gold iconic trunks of the M-Roy 50 brand in Thailand, taking on Kuantai, former world champion himself from back in 2010. Campaigning now at super flyweight, of course won his world title at strawweight, or minimum weight. Srisaket, the southpaw.
Yeah, those heavy shots will come in soon. I think it's a matter of how Kuantai can either evade those shots, and if he can't evade them, how well he takes them.
I don't believe he'll be able to evade them, and I don't know how well he'll take them. But Srisaket will rev his engine now, in slowly but surely, and he's going to use this fight. Of course, he's mandatory for the winner of tonight's Gonzalez and Estrada fight.
Does he want to finish this fight early to put his him on everybody's minds before the big fight, the big unification tomorrow, or does he want to get some rounds and just test himself?
I think the latter. I think he'll want to get some rounds in, and he might look to end the fight around the mid. But okay, not taking any credit away from Kuantai, he'll probably have a game plan of his own, but we'll see how effective that game plan will be against a global superstar, which Srisaket is. Srisaket, 34 years of age. He, you know, it's monumental year for him this year. He is going to face the winner of tonight's fight between Gonzalez and Estrada. That's a given. There's talk of it maybe around August, September.
Some crisp shots getting through there, rocking the head back of Kuantai. I think it's a matter of time before those shots start picking up in power and ferocity.
And it's all about how ruthless he wants to be in his approach here. He gets paid whether he fights 1 or 10 rounds. It all depends on the mentality, the mindset. He's fighting today at 115 pounds.
A few shots getting through by Kuantai. I feel it's as if Sor Rungvisai just wants to feel a few shots, absorb something. Nothing affecting him. Got him in the corner there, taking it fairly easy. Yeah.
Kwanthai is going to have to start moving. You know, I know he's 38 years of age. The legs probably not there anymore as what they used to be, but this is the opening round. He can't just stand there and take punishment from Srisaket, because Srisaket will just keep building and building and building and then unleash fury.
He had him again in the corner there, and he just wanted to try some things out. He's going to get a few good rounds, as you said, in here. Already Kuantai panting from some of those body shots, breathing heavily.
Yeah, you're getting hit by a steam train there. You know.
He's a serious puncher.
I think that's the single biggest trait that Srisaket Sor Rungvisai has is the power. It's the most effective trait he has as a boxer.
Yep, it's a nice workout really for him here. Kuantai in his corner. Body shots getting through. Just practicing some things in there in this first round. Very easy. Very relaxed. Seeing what works. Nice uppercut through there. Had him in that corner at that moment. And
interesting that Kuantai is just telling his trainer, he said, every time I try to think of doing something, the punches come. The punches come. I haven't had any time to think, he said in that opening round. There's literally no talk going on in the Srisaket corner right now. They're enjoying what the former two-time WBC world champion is doing. Interesting to see Kwanthai telling his corner team that he's had no time to think. Those punches just keep coming and coming and raining down on him. This is the main event. This is live. We're live at the Workpoint Studios Stadium here in the outskirts of Bangkok. Srisaket Sor Rungvisai, global boxing star, former two-time WBC super flyweight king, taking on former world champion Kuantai. Scheduled for 10. Let's see if the former WBC champion allows it to go 10 rounds. Will Kuantai find something here to negate this continuous onslaught?
as you mentioned, he's trying to think in there, but every time he does, he's just getting out-thought. It's going to be an uphill battle for him here. Tough task against the former two-time champ, who hopefully this year will get his shot to become a three-time champ.
He will get his shot. Whether or not he takes it and wins it, only time will tell. And the interesting fact here is these punches are maybe 30-40% of his power.
And yeah, I was going to say, and you can still hear them. Without a crowd here, you can hear every single shot landing.
And I don't care who you are, even if you're Chuck Norris, these punches are going to take effect because they're continuous and they're relentless.
Walked into that. Big shots coming up here.
Kwantai's got to keep his hands up. Easy for me to say that sitting here ringside, but he's taking a lot of early shots. Too many shots in the first round. It's continuing here in the second.
And the gears have not been stepped on still.
He's probably still in first gear.
Yeah.
Without being disrespectful to Kuantai, Sisaket's probably still in second. Trying to find second now.
Yes, I believe so. 100%. In fact, once he's left those shots, you see him pulling off that little bit.
And interestingly enough, when we spoke to him after the weigh-in yesterday, he said he feels good. He made 114.7, comfortable inside the 115-pound super flyweight limit, comfortable. And he said he feels good. And again today, when he's getting his hands wrapped, we had a brief chat with him, didn't want to interfere in his setup too much, but he said he feels good. He's looking forward to this shaking off the cobwebs and getting in. And then he's looking forward to tomorrow night, or tonight, watching, depends on where you are in the world, to watching Estrada and Gonzalez, knowing he has the winner next.
Those combinations are coming through, and this is an ex-world champ. This is a current Thai champ. This is a fighter with so much experience coming into this, and Sor Rungvisai is just playing as he wants, doing what he needs to do. I think we'll see those shots picking up within the next few rounds.
Yeah, Kuantai has got to, he can't just be a punching bag. He's got to find something here. He's got to, like, easy again for me to say, 38 years of age, he's got to get moving. He's got to get moving. He can't allow Srisaket to control the ring generalship. He can't, the key word to control, he can't allow, he's got to move. Even if he's not doing anything offensively, he's got to move and look for angles, look for better positioning. He's breathing very heavily there. His face is,
he's taking some
redness,
shots.
yeah.
Here's some of the action. Big left, chopping down. There was a few times where the combination started to get through, and as soon as this combination started to get through, Sor Rungvisai backed off. I don't think he wants to finish it quite yet. Out of respect for his opponent, out of getting rounds, getting a work in, whichever way it is. We'll see a few more rounds yet.
Kwantai's corner just telling him you got to get, even if you're not going to move physically on your feet, you got to have head movement. You have to have head movement. Deflection. You got to have head movement. You can't keep taking those shots. Nothing much changed from the mindset in the corner of Srisaket during that break. They're just telling him, keep breathing, keep moving, keep letting the hands go, and keep working the combinations over the 3 minutes. Don't take your foot off the gas. Step on the gas gradually, build it slowly.
I think we can see the punch volume and the punch power has picked up here in the third round. You see these shots, you said before, 30, 35%. I think we're looking more like 50 now. It's getting up through that gears. He's found his second gear. Still nothing like full tempo, though.
A shake of the head there of Kuantai. I think he's didn't realize the power that and the relentless power that these punches have. And again, I'm going to reiterate, they're not even at 50% right now. We can say that with authority. We're sitting here ringside. We've seen Srisaket in pretty much all his fights for the last 10 years, up close and personal.
Just not sure how much more of this Kuantai can take or will want to take. It's not a comfortable place to be in at the moment.
So early in the fight as well. It's, you know, does he see a way out in terms of he's got to start moving? He's just standing there.
He's nodding, acknowledging his superior opponent against him.
You know what this does do? It does, when you look at Srisaket, he looks good at 115 again in terms of, not the competition, just looks healthy.
Yes.
He looks very healthy, and I think that's going to be a good sign. 3-4 months down, it all depends on how the fight is. Estrada and Gonzalez in still. No one gets hurt, no one gets badly cut. If you win the fight, get cut, could delay the anticipated fight with Srisaket, whoever wins that fight. I think they're looking at September, August. Srisaket looks good. He looks healthy.
He does.
Looks strong.
He was a bit sluggish at the heavier weights in those fights against Amnat, starting off early. It took him time to get through the gears, but he looks prime here today.
You got to appreciate that power. He's literally 2 feet from us right now.
Oh, takes a knee. It's been relentless there.
Kwanthai just looked at his corner and just shook his head. I think he's had enough, literally and figuratively.
He's going to bravely carry on, but I don't think we'll see too much more of this. So uppercuts, so much power. Clappers going, it's right at the end of this third round. Oh, it's got caught with a massive shot there. Oh, took some big shots right at the end of that round, as you said. Just before he was saying to his corner, maybe not anymore. Be interesting to see if his corner decide
that's the warrior spirit in him.
Yeah.
I mean, he did look over at them at about 4 and shook his head. And then when his instinct at 7-8, he got up.
There's no sign from the corner that they're going to pull him out. I think they're going to carry on. Brave fighter there in
There's literally
Kwantai.
no talking in the corner right now. They're just trying to cool him down, ice him down, you know, massage him, cool down the brain system, and just cool down the body. It's a tough ask for Kuantai.
So took a knee there just under the volume and the pressure. Decided to take a knee. There's no real one shot that seemed to do it, but towards the end, his eyes swelling badly there, towards the end of the round where Srisaket really applied the pressure, there was a hook that rocked him to his boots.
His trainer just said, just going to look at his eye. He just called over the referee. The eye is closing, so I think we might see the end of this fight. Yeah, that's it. Good decision for the health of the boxer. Good decision, and I know we'd all have liked to see Srisaket Sor Rungvisai go a little longer in this fight, but your health is your wealth. Even as a boxer, you got to protect yourself. A good decision by his corner team to call over the referee, and the referee has officially taken the decision without consulting with the ringside doctor. Good call, good decision. Protect the health of the fighter.
Yeah, I think we all knew what was coming within that next round, and that's never pleasant to see a fighter in that type of situation. But a good workout, and yes, against a very experienced pro, even though outclassed, he looked sharp, as you mentioned. very powerful at this weight, very sharp.
Just as we're going through that highlight reel there, the ringside doctor is just taking a look at Kuantai, checking the damage in the left eye. Kuantai saying, yeah, he can see it through it clearly, but he just feels like there's a lot of pain. And of course, the correct decision was made to call a halt to that bout. What do you learn from Srisaket, if anything, from those 4 rounds?
He's definitely good when he's at the correct weight, when he stays within the weight limit. The few fights before he was over, he was sluggish to start with. There was nothing sluggish about that, only that he chose to be. The power is the last thing that goes anyway, and he's got that power in abundance.
I think motivation, sorry to interrupt you, Joe, I think motivation too. He said himself those 2 warm-up fights at 122 and 120 was difficult for him because he didn't really have something at the end of them to look forward to, because the uncertainty with the coronavirus situation and when he could fight.
Yes.
And, you know, to get back on track to fight for the WBC world title. But he has, no matter what happens, he's going to face the winner of Estrada Gonzalez tonight.
Well, before that fight, it was a question. We had to kind of pose the question, if he gets through today, because we have to pose those questions. Anything can happen, but he has got through, and now he knows that he will be fighting the winner of that fight.
Yeah, and the motivation was there today. I think the motivation was clear yesterday. When he came on the scales yesterday, he hit just under the 150 limit. The first attempt, came in, rocked up, took off his tracksuit, was just under 115. There's the motivation right there. And he said afterwards, I'm ready for Estrada, I'm ready for Gonzalez. Yes, I know you talked to him last week and he said he wants the Estrada fight. I think he'll take either.
And ladies and gentlemen, here in our main event at WP Boxing 2021, we have our winner by way of TKO at the start of the 4th round. Please put your hands together for our winner, the red corner, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai. ยินดีด้วยนะครับกับผู้ชนะในคู่เอกของเราวันนี้ครับเฮียศรีสะเกษ
Strong performance. He did say he wanted Estrada, but when pushed, who he thought would win between the pair, he said it was so close, he broke it down.
Of the WBC Asia, Colonel Thanapol Pakdipul, presenting the winner's medal to our winner, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai. And ladies and gentlemen, before we have a chance to speak to our winner, we have a VTR for you all to view. Please do enjoy.
You gotta be very careful when you're attacking Estrada moving forward. He has the aggression, the Mexican style. So Chocolatito's always in position to punish.
Now left hook there from Chocolatito. Chocolatito did his job and he did it in style.
สวัสดีครับพี่แหลมครับสวัสดีคุณแบงค์เทียนชัยด้วยนะครับ
สวัสดีครับผม
Ladies and gentlemen, a few words with our winner here ยินดีด้วยนะครับกับชัยชนะในวันนี้ครับเป็นยังไงบ้างครับเป็นไปตามแผนไหมฮะ
ครับก็เป็นไปตามแผนครับผมก็เมื่อกี้ก็ไม่ได้รีบครับผมไม่เร่งครับผมก็ไปเรื่อยๆอยู่ครับผม
ไฟในครั้งนี้นะฮะดูเหมือนร่างกายจะแข็งแรงแล้วก็ฟิตเป็นพิเศษครับ
ครับใช่ครับผมก็ซ้อม เต็มที่ครับผม
If Mr. Bank Tianchai could please translate for our winner here.
Thank you so much. So Rungvisai said that he prepared very well for this fight, but he did not rush it in the first few rounds. He wanted to get some rounds in the real fight so that he can be ready for the big fight next later in this year.
As we all know, tomorrow night in America time, there'll be a very big fight between Estrada and Chocolatito. Srisaket here, Rungvisai here, is the mandatory challenger for the WBC title after this. He'll be fighting the winner of that fight. อย่างที่ทราบนะฮะเราจะมีโอกาสไปชิงแชมป์นะฮะกับไม่เอสตราดาก็ชกกาลาติโตครับเมื่อกี้นี้ดู VTR ไปแล้วเห็นฟอร์มของแต่ละคู่แล้วเป็นยังไงบ้างครับ
ครับผมก็ดูโรมันกับเอสตราดาก็ถ้าใครแข็งแรงก็เป็นคนชนะครับผมเชียร์เอสตราดาครับเพราะว่าอยากเจออีกครับผม
เชิญแบงค์ครับ
It'll be a great fight tomorrow between Estrada and Chocolatito, and I think whoever prepared the best for this fight will win the fight. I hope that Estrada will win because we have unfinished business. I want to get the revenge and I want to get the trilogy and fight him one more time.
มีอะไรอยากจะพูดกับนักมวยทั้งคู่ไหมครับโดยเฉพาะเอสตราดา
ครับผมโรมันกับเอสตราดาครับผมก็ขอให้โชคดีทั้งคู่นะครับถ้าใครชนะ2คนนี้ก็มาเจอกับผมครับผมยังรออยู่ครับผมฮะ
So best of luck tomorrow, both Estrada and Chocolatito. All the best. And also from our team, Rungvisai here to Team Estrada and Team Chocolatito. All the best tomorrow. May the best man win. Stay fit, stay strong, and we will see you later this year for sure.
Thank you so much. Congratulations once again, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai. Our main event here has passed, but ladies and gentlemen, we do have one more fantastic fight lined up for you all here today at WP Boxing. Our co-main event this evening, the WBC Asia Super Bantamweight Championship between the undefeated rising star and the former two-time world champion. Coming up next, สักครู่เดียว